Hello fish fools, Jeff here. So this is my 6-foot 84 gallon community display tank. I set this tank up over a year ago, and now it is finally at its full glory. I say that because just a couple days ago I finally added the last fish that I had in mind to complete this community. Before I ever even got this tank, I had a vision of what kind of fish I wanted to stock it with, and it has all come together. So the last piece was the male kribensis, because I wanted to have a pair of kribensis in here. Just added the male kribensis a couple days ago. I had a female in here that I added shortly before that, but it was just the female alone until I picked up a male kribensis at my local fish store, and I did just add a couple more Odessa barbs to grow that, increase the size of that group, and another rummy tetra. But yeah, along the way, just the stocking just were added gradually as it goes, and I also just added some less plants, the water wisteria on the right side here. But yeah, now I'm just gonna sit back and watch the tank and enjoy. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some other things I might add. I still might add some cichlids, just yet another species. I did have some neocaridina shrimp in here. I haven't seen any in a long time, with this many fish, and some moderately larger fish like the roseline sharks and the pearl gourami. Neocaridina shrimp might be, even adults could get eaten, and there's not really much place to hide, so I don't know if I'll be able to get a shrimp colony going, and might have some snails. I did have some Malaysian trumpet snails in here, but even that population, that was when the fish stocking had less fish in here, the snail population was greater, and now I'm hardly even seeing any snails now that the fish are eating so much. So, and to maintain a snail population, I'll have to feed the tank even more. But I think I'd rather have bladder snails than Malaysian trumpet snails, so I try to get that going. But yeah, I could still add some more rummy tetras to add to the group in here. And let's see, there's the kribensis paired up right here, so they've been hanging out together, the male and the female. Kribensis can be known to be somewhat aggressive when they're in breeding mode. They haven't shown any signs of aggression yet. They've just been hanging out together, but if they decide they want to breed, great. There isn't really any caves. They've been known to claim a cave, but I've kind of seen them hanging out behind the dragonstone on this side. And I did set it up this piney wood piece right here. It kind of has like a pillar piece, but there is like a space in there behind this, which I have a fern windlev. Kind of an opening. I kind of figured they might claim that if they were to decide to breed, but it's gonna be relatively cool. I don't have a heater in this tank either, because I think if it was maybe 78 or up to 80, they'd be more inclined to breed. But it's gonna be, I think it's about 74 now, but I keep my thermostat at 72 in the winter, so it'll just be room temperature. And that might, I don't know if they would want to breed if it's 72, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, really wanted out what I wanted to have. 6-foot tank, some of the schooling fish, so seeing them having this much space to swim across the tank, like the roseline sharks, the scissortail rasboras, the rummy nose tetras, glowlight tetras in here. And the Odessa barbs are fun to watch. They don't really school like the more streamlined schooling fish do, but they do kind of group up together, and they're a little more boisterous as they do so. Yeah, they're fun to watch. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way this turned out. You know, in my opinion, this is the way to do it. If you're going to set up a tank, just add gradually. Like as I mentioned, it's been over years as I've been adding fish to it, as opposed to just setting up a tank, stocking all at once. It's fun to always have something to look forward to and add as you go. Yeah. And the crinum calamitratums, both looking good. I have 2 of them in this tank. You can see had gone a stretch without doing any, adding any fertilizer, and you can see the Ludwigia repens kind of stopped growing up to there, and I started adding fertilizer again, and then so there's kind of like below that edge of it, it's like darker with like some algae, and then the brighter new growth above it. I did just add this Anubias nana, clipped that from my 29-gallon swordtail community tank, and that was propagated from the first live plant that I ever got from my 30-gallon live bear community tank that I had got set up over 5 years ago. I propagated from the original plant into my 29-gallon, from there into here. So it's kind of cool having like a legacy plant like this Java Fern Wendelev. That's from among my first plants. Just one plant that I got that propagated into multiple tanks. Yeah, pretty cool. And some of the other plants are like these crypt undulata, cryptolucens. That was the first time I was trying those plants. Yeah, tank is looking pretty awesome. Alright, well that's it for now. And remember, I'm Jeff, and I enjoy fishies. Thanks for watching.